Namathu Ratanatayassa. May I pay homage to Triple Zim, the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. My respect goes to my parents and my teachers. Hello, good evening, everyone. So today is 28th of Friday, the 28th from May 2021, and this is Achan Sujan from Warapunya Meditation Center, Aberdeen, Scotland. So as usual, I'm here with you all tonight. Hello Margaret, good evening. Hello Yvonne, good evening. Good evening. I'm very jealous with Yvonne today. She's having a wonderful time sunbathing. Hello Margaret, thank you for the lovely pictures. So today is Friday night, and tomorrow is a Saturday. We are going to have one-day retreat online, and starting with, this is a joint program with the Glasgow Temple and a Cambridge Buddhist Vihara Temple. So 3 Buddhist temples are coming together to celebrate the Vesak celebration online. So different monks are going to give different talks on different aspects of the Buddhism, and some of the talks will be in Sringala language. So tomorrow is a busy day. On the Sunday, we are also celebrating a small ceremony, Vesak ceremony at the temple to commemorate and also appreciate the Buddha and his teachings. So we will start a similar way that some of you, so I heard some of members are coming to observe the Sila, observing the 8 precepts and staying at the temple. So whoever is willing to observe 8 precepts and practice, you are welcome at 9 o'clock. And from 10 o'clock, we will practice the usual practice, and that is the chanting, guided meditation, and then offering a dana, like that. So after 2 o'clock, we will be joining again with another celebration in London, and their venerable monk, one of the famous venerable monk from Thailand, is going to give online Dhamma talk. So that is the plan for this weekend. And just to inform you that on the Tuesday, the 2nd of June, monks are on a retreat to mountains. So whoever would like to come, just come. Yes, Yvonne, no problem. You can come at any time. Yeah, and Kalpana, hello, good evening. Hello, Kunrom, Porom, Sai, Kalpana, Noibond, and Margaret, and everyone. So we are here today. We have discussed so far all the 9 among the 9 qualities. We have discussed and listened up to the 8 Buddha's qualities, and today will be the last quality, not the last one, but the last. Okay, last in the list, but not on the list. Okay. Hello, yes, Ranjini and Kalpana. Yeah. So this last word is called Bhagawa. Yeah? And in India and in Nepal, we use a lot to denote the God or the God as a Bhagawan. Yeah, Bhagawan. Basically, Bhagavan means one of the great, reverent to the some beings who we think are the great. And here Bhagava is refer to the Buddha, basically the translation for it, that the blessed one, yeah, or fortunate one. And here Bhagava is again is not the title given by his parents, like the Suddhodana and Queen Mahamaya when he was born. This name wasn't given, or this title wasn't given. He was a prince. And the moment when he attained the enlightenment at the age of 35, that enlightenment automatically becomes the Bhagava. Like it's someone who has gained a PhD in front of their names. It's like they can write DR or a doctor like that. So Bhagava is a title or a quality representing someone who has fully enlightened, and one who again possesses the factors of fortunates, fortunes. And this is simply because he has freed himself from different obstacles, whether it is about our the taints, all the kilesas, or whether it is about the body, this mara of this body. This body will no longer be this body will no longer be a trouble for him, because this will be the last body for him, and there will be no conditioning of at all. He has overcome death and rebirth, and these all possible simply because he had perfected his perfections for so many eons of times. And here, that's why a person who holds or who are living with the morals and ethical values, that person is automatically is so well respectful and veneration. So that's why we respect people, those who have good and kind-hearted. And here, the Bhagava, the Buddha, he had perfected all his perfections, and as a result of that, he attained the enlightenment. And with that enlightenment, he also harbors or a source of fortunes, a source of a happiness, a source of blessings. And that is the reason he is known as the Bhagava. Hello, Anish. Good evening. Yeah. So this is why the possession of all the paramitas, he is known as the Blessed One. Okay? And further on, it's like a treasure of all the meritorious qualities. It would be very difficult to find that someone who has performed all the meritorious deeds in fullest. And it is a source that he is giving us so much instruction and how to accumulate the merits. And with that, he knew that doing, suppose, such as giving a dana, is obviously bringing what are the results. Or practice of precepts, he also knew that what will be the results of that. Yeah? And further on, practice of a meditation, the result of a practice of a meditation, he also knew that. And as a result of that, he is like a source of merits or meritorious qualities. And he was perfected or excellent in material body and excellent in the Dhamma body. In terms of the material, excellence, material body, or this physical body excellent. He, according to like what is called the Vedas at that time, uh, he had all the qualities fulfilled, and the physical appearance were so complete that whenever people see him, automatically it generates the faith and a confidence in him, and the serenity and the way he speaks is just drags others' attention and automatically feels so calmer and gentle. So that is this his physical appearance and attracts people. Yeah. And the second is excellent in the Dhamma body. And here again, he harbors nothing, any negativities towards anybody. It's like it's called a dosa bhaga, means he has overcome all the negativities, all the doses, the hatred and jealousy, anger towards any beings, him himself and also other beings. And as a result of that, it's quite interesting that he become a person who gives blessings. So that's why in excellence of in two ways, the bodily physical excellence and a verbal the Dhamma, the mental way, he is a blessed one. He is worthy of respect, worthy of blessings, and that is the one. And there is a particular word comes whenever we define this Bhagavan, is so-called Bhaggarago, Bhaggadoso, and Bhaggamohoti Bhagawa. The Bhagawa, or the Blessed One, because a person has abolished the greed, abolished the hatred, abolished the ignorance. So the person who has overcome this greed, hatred, and delusion is regarded as someone who is blessed, or blessed one, or fortunate one. And here he is like he has. We can look at ourselves, a person who has overcome the greed, hatred, and delusion. A person will be with full of kindness, full of compassion, always willing to support and help others, and always ready to guide other people to find the right path. And with that, it's inevitable that we will show our respect, we will show our appreciation, and that's what is meant by the Buddha or the Bhagawa. That's why Buddha is known as the Blessed One. Further on, Buddha, the qualities of the Buddha, further on saying the reason why he was known as the Bhagawa, because he possesses these 6 different types of blessings. And number 1 is called the Isariyamana, or being a leadership, or a lordship. And here being a lordship basically means that he is the master of his own mind. Now, question comes to you. Are you a master of your own mind? Or are you a slave to your mind? And in general, when we look at ourselves, we are not master of our own mind. We haven't mastered over our mind. Always our mind is leading us to do this and to do that. And here comes the practice of a meditation. We are practicing meditation to be master over this mind, so that we become the lordship of this mind. And here, the first quality that Buddha had attained was the lordship of his own mind. And with that lordship of his own mind, he was able to comprehend others' mind, others. So that's how he was able to lead other people, or thousands of people, And it's not just the thousands of people during his time, but also until now. Yeah, so it's over 2,600 years of time. He was able to be a leader of all sentient beings without having any conflict at all. So that's why it is the matter of the lordship of our own mind, and then you will be the blessed. That's the first quality of a blessings that we have to develop. And the second is the Dhamma. And here, Dhamma basically means ability to understand and comprehend completely in its existence what is the teachings, what is the phenomena, how things arises and how things fades away. So he had a fullest comprehensive understanding about the whole nature, whole the Dhamma. And not only he had this knowledge, but he was able to transmit or transfer and able to teach others to follow the path and helping others to realize the Dhamma too. And that is the second reason why he is known as a blessed one. And a third is fame. Obviously, he was so famous. His fame was very much as like, without adding any colors in it, he was famous for all famous in three different world systems: in the heavens, in the human world, and even the lower worlds. So his fame was such like that. And even during the time of his alive, he was live, so many celestial beings even came down to discuss with him, simply because of his fame and the name and his capability to understand the things and ability to comprehensively instruct other people. And not only the celestial beings, but also animals like a serpent, like the monkey, like the elephant. He was able to tame them as well. Forget about the human beings. And that's simply because of his fame. He was able to that. And the glory, again, he had a complete in every aspect. He had a glorious life in terms of the material, in terms of the Dhamma, in terms of the achievement. He was able to attain. So he was basically professor of finding the truth. In Visuddhimagga says that he is the professor of the real Dhamma, and which is no doubt to say at all. He was a professor. He was able to discover the new things that the world has never been found. Like nowadays, whenever you have written something very profound nobody has written, or research, then you will be given a professorship by some of the bodies. And here Buddha, he attained this, like discovered this path to the liberation, and that's how he is the professor. Yeah, professor of the Dhamma. And that is the glory, called a siddhi. And a karma is a wish or a fulfillment. Whatever someone has any wish to be fulfilled, and if we are taking an example of the Buddha, that how he managed and how he worked throughout the time, it's called adhitthana, vow, making a vows. Like when he was the Sumedha Lucy, or the ascetic Sumedha at the time of when he met the Dipankara Buddha, at that time he made the resolution that I would like to be the Buddha like you, so I can help people, countless people, or countless beings. And Buddha accepted, and Buddha already at that time, Buddha proclaimed that he will be the Buddha in the future life. And ever since he made that decision to be the Buddha to be, throughout the time, he continued his wish to be fulfilled. And so with that, many people when they come to approach or come to him, and then they made the wish and they made the vows, taking his own taking the Buddha's path, finally they also attain the liberation. There are so many disciples, according to the legend says, that they also had a similar way of making a vows and making a wish, that I will be the first hand of the Buddha, I will be the first person to realize the Dhamma, and so and so. And that's how they were able to attain the liberation. So that's why the Blessed One, the Buddha, is known as the person who fulfills the wishes of others too. So on the basis of that, he is known as the Bhagawa. And the last one is endeavor or payata, which means the right effort. And without a doubt that how much effort he had done to attain the liberation. Only after his confirmation to be the Buddha by the Dipankara, until his attainment of Nibbana, this attainment of enlightenment, says, 4 uncountable kalpas he endured. He practiced, and his effort eventually then gave him to be enlightened. And even just looking at his lifetime, he endured or the practice so hard, even not eating for so many years. There is a saying that he could touch his backbones through his belly, and that much hard asceticism he was practicing, and eventually he attained the enlightenment. So that's why with this all, he comes to be the Blessed One, and as a result of that, he is known as the Bhagawan. So he is the truly Bhagawan in these ways. Number one, because he has fully understood what should be understood, and he has completed all the paramitas or qualities of the paramita, and as a result of that, he becomes a good fortunate to have it. And the second is that he is the source of blessings and the source of meritorious deeds, and these are simply possible because the complete journey that he had led. In the Visuddhimagga in particular, I quoted this one passage saying that he has abolished greed, hatred, and delusion. He is a canker free. A canker is all the asavas, the taints, all the asavas, all the taints. So he was able to free himself, like greed, hatred, and delusion. And then abolished every evil state. So he didn't have any negative mind state. He didn't have any akusalas, unwholesome state of the mind. He had fully positive state of the mind, and he is a blessed his name may rightly be. So that's why this is titled the Bhagawan. He was respected as a Bhagawan because of the qualities that he possessed, and this quality was not given by his parents but his own perfection, and with that perfection he is known as the Bhagawan. So these are the reasons why we respect the Buddha as a Bhagawan, a true blessed one and fortunate one. And this is the last in the list of the 9 qualities of the Buddha, the Bhagawa. So these are the 9 qualities which signifies why we pay respect to the Buddha. And again, it is not as a form of worshipping to gain something out of it, but we are venerating the qualities that he possessed. So this is a Bhagawa. With this, I end here for tonight's talk. May you all be well and happy. Thank you everyone for joining with me tonight. And I end here, and may you all be well and happy. May you all stay safe. Take care. May the Buddha Dhamma Sangha bless you. In a few moments' time, we are going to have evening chanting and guided meditation. You're most welcome to join with us. Until then, good night and see you shortly. Sadhu. Thank you. Thank you, Margaret. Thank you, Anish. Thank you, everyone. Sadhu.